let me know how far I can get.
You better stand right there the whole time.
Okay, which is funny because I move around a lot.
It's funny. I'll
All
just
right.
go.
So thanks for coming today. My name is Karen Smythe. I'm with the Ben Kinney team in Atlanta. We are a national company within Keller Williams. Keller Williams being the #1 real estate company in the world. Today we're going to talk about reigniting our purchase ability and our purchase plan, our process for a home. And the part that I want you to understand is that purchasing a home is a very big responsibility, and we don't take it lightly on this team. In fact, our mission is to deliver the dream of home ownership to everyone, because we know that home ownership has a lot of emotional attachment to it, and it's where the home is, where the heart is, essentially. But that's one of our missions, is to be able to deliver that to people. Renters, the average renter is worth about between $4,000 and $8,000 dollars, and the average homeowner is actually worth $160,000 to $180,000. So from an asset perspective, when you have the ability to be able to purchase something, you have the ability to do a lot of other things, and it gives you a lot of empowerment. So it's really something we take very seriously, and our mission is to make sure that you're successful at it. So we do these seminars often so that people learn the process. Too often people embark on this process without the information, and then they're left uncomfortable or scared, or there's a lot of fear, okay? So with your permission, I'm going to start with the conversation. We actually have a full project, a full presentation and books and things that we're going to leave you with, so let me start. One of the things people associate with love or connection is someone's home. So if you think about the things that we need to survive, it's breathing air, food, and a home, a place to live. When you have those things, those are the basic survival things. And when that's taken away from you, as it was in Katrina, that's a massive loss, as if it was a limb. So everyone is in transition in their lives and deciding whether they want to embark on this process of purchase. It's a really meaningful process, so we don't take it lightly. We want you to be super comfortable with this process and not have any fear around it. Is anyone willing to share how they feel about this? Does it feel anxious, or is there some fear around it, or do you feel comfortable?
Very scary.
Very scary, okay. And are you doing this on your own? Okay, and Javon?
I've been in my house for 2.5 years.
2.5 years that you own?
Yes.
Okay, fantastic. So I think part of the process is just learning what your comfort level is. We're gonna talk about the financial part of it, and then we're gonna talk about the search part of it, and then the celebration. But the goal is for you to enjoy the whole process and not be scared of it, and ask any questions you have, so please feel free.
The process is nerve-wracking.
Yeah, I mean, listen, when you're buying a car, it's like a 2-day discomfort maybe, or you're haggling, or you're doing whatever you're doing. When you're buying a house, it's a minimum of 30 days. Unless you're putting down cash, the entire experience has to last a minimum of 30 days, because there's a search process. Even if you found the house on the first day, to the closing table, there are things that have to happen. So I'm not going to tell you that it's going to be super comfortable the whole time, but we'll see. Okay, there are 8 simple steps to home buying, and we're going to go through these. And I've actually got some documents that you can use to fill out any notes you might want to take, and I've got some pens if you need them. So I'm going to give you, this is another presentation we've done, but it's got a place for notes. Okay. So some of the common fears when you purchase a home is that I can't afford to buy a home right now. Does anybody feel that way? Okay, so we're going to talk about how you can leverage the money that you might spend renting, and show you that you can't afford not to buy a home now, because the rates are historically low. When you look at where interest rates are, the cost of money is so historically low. Let's say we look at home.
Yeah, but the house prices aren't.
At this exact moment, they're on a downturn. The market's getting softer. So we've had what's called an adjustment period. When 2006, when things started going down, at 7 and 8, 9, it started coming back up in 2010. We're back to that starting to go down. We're seeing a shift happen. Okay? So interest rates, historically, gosh, in the 70s, they were 15 to 18%. So we have been trending at 4%, not even 5, but 4.1 for years. So the cost of money is very inexpensive relative to paying cash. In fact, most people who have the cash don't use the cash. They want to keep their cash because the market, the investment market, you can make a return of 7 to 10 to 11%. Let's say very conservatively. If you take your cash and you put it in a stock and you're doing it the right way, you could make 7 to 10 to 11% annual return. You're spending 4% on a loan for your home. You see how you've made money? Okay, so that's really important. So you can't afford not to buy a house right now, okay? Another common fear is I should wait until the real estate market gets better. So real estate happens all the time, all year round. There's no better or worse year, depending on what you're looking for. But I can surely tell you that it's always better to take your money and invest it in a home and have equity in a home than it is to give it to someone else, a landlord or an apartment where you get nothing. We're going to show you what that looks like. And I don't have the money for a down payment, so if you are a veteran, you don't have to have any money. You are a veteran? Veterans receive 100% financing with what's called a VA loan.